Hello, welcome to Celtic Crossroads from KILT Studios. I'm your presenter, Kenton Adler, Director of Advancement for Scottish Heritage at Lyon College in Batesville, Arkansas. Join me now as we explore an hour of music and story from all corners of the Celtic world. Our show is made possible in part by the Campbell Collection, a generous gift from the estate of the Duke of Earl, the late Robert Louis Campbell of Earl, Arkansas. The collection consists of music and literature now housed in the archives of the Lyon College Mabie Simpson Library, and by the Lyon College Scottish Heritage Program. This week, the pipe band world lost a true legend in Pipe Major William Livingston. Bill founded the 78th Fraser Highlanders Pipe Band in Ontario in 1982, and by 1987 he achieved his goal of winning a World Pipe Band Championship in Grade 1. He was also the first pipe major, and the Highlanders were the first pipe band from outside of Scotland to win the Grade 1 championship. Bill was also a double gold medalist in solo piping championships. He accomplished so many things in the pipe band world that it would be ludicrous for me to even try to list them here. I didn't know him well, but I did meet him on several occasions, and I will say that he lived up to his reputation as being intelligent, charming, very funny, and just a pleasant person to be around, and I know that the pipe band world is going to miss him terribly. I'm going to dedicate this program to the memory of Bill Livingston, and we're going to start things off with the 78th Fraser Highlanders Pipe Band from their Breakthrough Live in Ireland CD, and this is Lord Lovat's Lament.
Here's a song from the 18th century. It's from Nova Scotia. It would appear that an English king, way back in the 18th century, sent word over there to a known pirate, a man called Sid Barrett, asking him if he would take his sloop, the Antelope, out of the port of Halifax and plunder the shipping of the emerging states of America. Things didn't quite turn out the way they expected. The story unfolds in the words of a young Scottish exile who was one of Sid Barrett's crew. In fact, he was the last of Barrett's privateers. Well, the year was 1778. I wish I was in Edinburgh now, when the letter of marque was sent by the king to the scummiest vessel I've ever seen. God damn them all. I was told we'd sail the seas for American gold, we'd fire no guns, shed no tears. I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. 'Twas then Sid Barrett cried the town, I wish I was in Edinburgh now, for 20 men, all fishermen, who would make for him the Antelope crew. God damn them all. I was told we'd sail the seas for American gold, we'd fire no guns, shed no tears. I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. Now the Antelope sloop was a sickening sight. I wish I was in Edinburgh now, with a list of port and their sails and rags, and the cook and the scuppers with the staggers and jacks. God damn them all. I was told we'd sail the seas for American gold, we'd fire no guns, shed no tears. I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. On the King's birthday we sailed away. I wish I was in Edinburgh now, when a great big Yankee hove in sight, with our cracked 4-pounders were made to fight. God damn them all. I was told we'd sail the seas for American gold, we'd fire no guns, shed no tears. I'm a broken man on the Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. The Yankee lay low down with cold. I wish I was in Edinburgh now. She was low and fat and loose and staged, but the catcher took the Antelope 3 whole days. God damn them all. I was told we'd sail the seas for American gold, we'd fire no guns, shed no tears. I'm a broken man on the Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. But at length we stood 2 cables away. I wish I was in Edinburgh now. Our cracked 4-pounders made an awful din, but with one fat ball the Yanks stove us in. God damn them all. I was told we'd sail the seas for American gold, we'd fire no guns, shed no tears. I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. While the Antelope shook and pitched on her side, I wish I was in Edinburgh now. Barrett was smashed like a bowl of eggs, and the main track took away both the legs. God damn them all. I was told we'd sail the seas for American gold, we'd fire no guns, shed no tears. I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. So here I lie in my 25th year. I wish I was in Edinburgh now. 6 years since we sailed away, but I just made Halifax yesterday. God damn them all. I was told we'd sail the seas for American gold, we'd fire no guns, shed no tears. I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. God damn them all. I was told we'd sail the seas for American gold, we'd fire no guns, shed no tears. I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, sailed the seas for many a long year. You'll never find a better man far or near. I'm the last of Barrett's privateers.
That was The Blackbird from the Best of the Bothy Band. Before that, we heard from the Coreys and their Silver collection with Barrett's Privateers. Prior to that, we heard from Jock Tamson's Bairns, thanks Mike, from their album Rare. We heard Scotch Cap, the Fairy Boys of Leith, The New Way to Edinburgh, and the Leith Scots Measure. And we started things off with the 78th Fraser Highlanders version of Lord Lovett's Lament from Live in Ireland. You're listening to Celtic Crossroads on Kilt Studios from Lyon College in Batesville, Arkansas. I'm Kent Nadler, and this is Clannad from the album Magical Ring with Passing Time. Well, that was Myra Nakahashi from the new Strung Harp with The Pullet and The Volunteer. And I'd like to remind you that Myra will be here on March the 9th at 2 p.m. in the Bevins Music Room of Brown Chapel with her husband, guitarist Chris Newman, and I hope that you're able to attend if you're somewhere in the area. Just before that, we heard a live set from the 78th Fraser Highlanders. I recorded that in Springfield, Illinois in the spring of 2003, and that was a jig set, and I did not write down what all the jigs were at the time, and I don't know. So if anybody from the 78th Frasers, Michael Gray or one of you guys happens to be listening in, maybe you'll shoot me an email, and I can put that into the playlist and post it on the Facebook page. Before that, we heard from Clannad and their album Magical Ring with Passing Time. And now we're going to hear something a little different. I usually put a poem in, but I'm going to take a recording from an album called And Time Goes On by Sheila Stewart and have her tell you the story of the three wishes.
There was this three men in Edinburgh. Now every Saturday at God's Sends, this men met and had a good drink in the pub. So this Saturday they met up and they were longer in the pub than usual. So one of them drunk a sip of his pint and he says, "Oh, listen, boys," he says, "we've been here such a long time today. I think we should head home," he says. "The wife says going to kill us." So the other one looked at him and he says, "Aye, you're right enough," he says. "We've been longer the day than we usually are," he says. "We'll head home." So they drunk their pints up and they went outside, and just as they got outside, one of them stopped and gripped his stomach and he says, "You know, boys," he says, "I should have went to the toilet," he says, "before I come out," he says. "I'm bursting." He says, "Never mind," the other one said to him. He says, "Just go round to the back there," he says. "There's a lot of dustbins," he says. "You can relieve yourself round there." So round he goes, and the other two men stand waiting for him, and he goes round, and sure enough, there's the dustbins, and he's relieving himself there. And just as he zips up, he looks in the corner behind this dustbin and he sees this thing shining. So he bends down and he picks it up and he looks at it. "Oh my God," he says, "that's beautiful." And it's a wee thing like a lamp, like an Aladdin's lamp. So he runs out to the other two boys and he says, "Hi boys," he says, "look what I found there," he said, "behind that dustbin." He says, "Like an Aladdin's lamp." So one of his mates grabbed it off him and he looked at him and he says, "Ah, you're right enough," he said. "Oh boys," he says, what if we took this Aladdin's lamp, he says, and rubbed it on my chest, he says, just like that, he said. And a genie came out and just had said that, and he was rubbing on his chest when he had this wee poof. No a big poof, just a wee poof. And this most nervous genie you ever saw in your life come out of the lamp. And he was shaking. Oh, boys, he says, excuse me, he says, but he says, I'm only a learning genie, he says. I'm no fully pledged, he said. And I'm sorry, but I can't give you 3 wishes each, he said. But I'll tell you what I'll do with you, boys. I'll give you 1 wish each. Oh, the boys thought this was great. 1 wish each, which Mayor could have asked. So he said to the first one, right, what would you like? So the boy thought for a wee minute and he said, I would like, he said, to be more knowledgeable, more educated, and more successful, he says, than anybody in the whole of Edinburgh. Oh, says the genie, that's easy. And he done poof. And my God, the transformation that came out of this man's face was unbelievable. He actually looked educated. Now for Edinburgh, that's saying something. So he went to the second one. He says, right, what would you like? Well, he says, I would like, he says, to be 100 times more knowledgeable, 100 times more educated, and 100 times more successful, he said, than the whole of Edinburgh. So the genie went, poof. And he just actually even changed clothes. He looked so educated. Collar and tie and everything was brilliant. Now he went to the third one. He says, right, what would you like? Well, he says, I would like, he says, to be 1,000 times more educated, 1,000 times more knowledgeable, and 1,000 times more successful, he says, than these 2 put together and the whole of Edinburgh. Oh, he says, that's the easiest one yet. And he went, poof, and he turned him into a woman.
is resting. Set the controls from the heart of the sun. Set the controls for the heart of the sun. Over the mountain, watching a watcher, breaking the darkness, waking the grapevine. One inch of love is 1 inch of shadow. Love is the shadow that ripens the wine. Set the controls for the heart of the sun. Set the controls for the heart of the sun. Making the shape of his questions to heaven. Whether the sun will fall in the evening, will he remember the lesson of giving? Controls for the heart of the sun. Set the controls for the heart of the sun.
I'm Kent Nadler. You're listening to Celtic Crossroads, coming to you from Kilt Studios on the campus of Lyon College in Batesville, Arkansas. After the story of the Three Wishes, we heard from Pipe Major Bill Livingston on the 78th Frasers Live in Ireland album, performing The Ground from Lament for the Children. After that, we heard Celtic Pink Floyd live in studio with Set the Controls for the Heart of the Sun, and we finished up there with Small Talk, which features piper Ian McInnes, and also Billy Ross and Stuart Morrison with Over the Sea to Nova Scotia. Now we're going to hear from Lou Killen and the album Sea Shanties with Row Bullies Row, one of my favorites. After that, we'll hear from Contraband with The Banks of Cloudy, and we're going to finish the program with the 78th Frasers from their Live in Scotland album, performing Ki Mina Morgiana and Behind the Hills, and say farewell, Pipe Major Bill Livingston, rest easy, fair winds and following seas, and I hope we meet again someday at the Crossroads.
From Liverpool to Frisco a roving I went, for to stay in that country it was my intent. But whiskey and women like other damn fools, I was soon transported back to old Liverpool, and it's row, bullies row, them Liverpool Judies have got us in tow. I shipped on the Alaska lying out in the bay. I was waiting for a fair wind to get underway. Them sailors was surly, their heads was all sore, for they drunk all their whiskey and they can't get no more. And it's row, bullies row, them Liverpool Judies have got us in tow. Now along comes the mate in his jacket of blue. He's looking for work for us sailors to do. All up tops of lolliards he loudly does roar, and it's move aloft Paddy, his son never whore. And it's row, bullies row, them Liverpool Judies have got us in tow. We rounded Cape Horn, I will never forget. Oh Lord, how I sigh when I think on it yet. We were diving bows under the sailors all wet. We were doing 12 knots with our main royal set, and it's row, bullies row, them Liverpool Judies have got us in tow. Here's a health to our captain wherever he may be. He's a friend to the sailor on land or on sea. But as for the first mate, the rotten old fruit, I hope when he dies straight to hell you'll sky hoot. And it's row, bullies row, them Liverpool Judies have got us in tow. And it's now we've arrived at the Bramley Moor dock, where the fair maids and the lassies around us will flock. I've drunk all of me whiskey, spent me 6 quid advance, so I think it's high time that you's got up to dance. And it's row, bullies row, them Liverpool Judies have got us in tow.